Good morning, everybody. Matt Modi here with the Dong Report, here to give you my favorite MLB home run predictions of the day. I'm going to have eight players on Dong Watch for you guys. I'm going to have one guy that I'm just taking straight up, and then I'm going to have a 7-leg round robin that I have traditionally been doing recently. Now, I got to admit, I was really excited about the prospects of our home run picks yesterday. It ended up being the worst day of the year when you talk about the amount of units that we lost. I played yesterday pretty heavily, and I ended up getting burned. Play with fire, you get burned. That's what happened to me yesterday. I did get one guy to hit a home run. Bobby Witt Jr. hit the first home run of the day. I thought we were going to be sitting pretty. Unfortunately, that was also the last home run that we hit. And because Bobby Witt Jr. was put into a round robin, we did not make any of our money back. We lost all of our straight bets. Just a brutal day. Yesterday, we were down 3.75 units. Like I said, the worst day that we've had of the year. The past 5 days have been brutal. You know, we had a day on last Wednesday, 6 days ago, where we were up over 10 units. Since then has been all bad. So that's just kind of the Dong life. Unfortunately, that's how things go when you're betting home runs. But hey, the night is darkest before dawn, which means that after our worst day, hopefully today means that we have our best day of the year. I appreciate everybody who has been rocking with me even through these dark times. Luckily, we are on the green, on the year is what I'm looking for, up over 15 units on the season. We basically have lost back all of our profit that we made from the 10 unit day. Admittedly, that's not fun, but hey, when you make 10 units, you build yourself a buffer, and we've blown through that buffer. So I'm confident going to be another 10, maybe even 20 units today. But again, we're green on the year, and we'll take that. If you are not already, I would appreciate if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are new, you probably missed the worst 5-day stretch that we will have on the year. So congratulations. It's all going to be uphill starting today for you. And then for this specific video, if you could comment, I would appreciate that as well. And then the last thing I'll mention before we get into the bangers is that I do have a dub club where I send all my plays out for $5 a month. Doesn't just get you baseball, gets you everything I'm playing, football, basketball, whatever that may be. And if you're unfamiliar, Dub Club is a service that you can sign up for to get plays sent directly to you from people like me. Sent to your phone via text, email, or Telegram. Again, $5 a month gets you everything I'm playing. If you're not interested, no problem. You can get everything for free on YouTube. And let's start talking about Dong. Speaking of getting everything for free on YouTube. Play number 1. And this is going to be, as of right now, I might have one more play later, but as of right now, the only play that I am taking straight up. So I'm putting a half unit on Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run. He's priced at plus 450 at bet 365. You'll never see Ohtani priced at this number. It's crazy getting him at plus 450. So I'm putting a half unit on him, and then I am putting everything else in the Dong Robin. So put a half unit on Ohtani right now, and then start loading up that Dong Robin after him. Now, the reason why, there's a couple reasons that I want to get into. Number one, the reason why we're playing him straight up is that FanDuel has his odds pretty new. FanDuel is at least catching on that Ohtani should not be priced this high, whereas everybody else had their best odds mostly on FanDuel. So I'm placing the Dong Robin on FanDuel, and I'm just taking him straight up on bet 365. The reason why he is at this number in the first place, why he is priced at plus 450, is because he's going up against a left-handed pitcher. He's going up against Cole Irvin of the Nationals. So it's a lefty versus lefty matchup. So people are going to say, well, Ohtani's better against righties. Let's nuke his odds. Well, the opposite of nuke. Let's skyrocket his odds in a good way for us up to plus 450. Last time I saw a price that was crazy on Ohtani, I didn't play it because it was a lefty-on-lefty matchup, and I didn't want to mess with that. But guess what? He ended up hitting a home run off the bullpen in that game. He could easily hit a home run off the bullpen today, and the lefty versus lefty matchup won't matter. He also could take this Orioles pitcher yard. You'd be surprised to hear that Ohtani has a 10% barrel rate and a 53% hard hit rate, specifically against left-handed batters. So yeah, he's not as good against lefties as he is against righties. He's still good against lefties. And the pitcher, Cole Irvin, haters are going to say that he's only given up one home run to lefties on the year, which is true. The haters would be correct. But Irvin has not seen a ton of left-handed hitters overall. Generally, he faces predominantly right-handed hitters. And Ohtani's already taken him yard in his career. He has one home run and another extra base hit off of Cole Irvin in his career. So it's not like Ohtani's chilling in his boots. Shaking in his boots, I think was the word I'm looking for. Shaking in his boots at the thought of facing Cole Irvin as a lefty. Cole Irvin is not a good pitcher overall. And Ohtani's just been on fire at the plate. He's got 10 hard hit line drive plus fly balls over the past week. That's the second most in the MLB. Only Aaron Judge has more than 10 hard hit line drive plus fly balls over the past 7 days. So Ohtani could either take this Jamoke pitcher yard or he could take the bullpen yard. Regardless, plus 450 is an absurd value on Shohei Ohtani that I will gladly take advantage of. That's play number one and the only straight play of the day. Everything else is being put in the Dong Robin, starting in the Marlins versus Rockies game, where I'm going to have two guys in the Dong Robin. I'm going to have Jesus Sanchez, and I'm going to have Michael Toglia as well. So this is the only game that I'm going to have multiple players in the same game. So reminder to just place this as a separate same game parlay along with the full Dong Robin. These are two guys that we went with yesterday. Obviously, none of them hit a home run because none of them are named Bobby Witt Jr., but going right back to them today, hopefully they are in the good category of a 1 day late a-hole and that they hit a home run the day after we take them. But we're going to have them today, and hopefully that ends up being fine. Both of these batters have excellent matchups against the pitchers they are going against. And this game is being played at Coors Field, which means this could be an all-you-can-dong buffet type of game when you look at the pitchers and you look at the fact that it's being played at Coors. Now, I'm picking two guys in this game. There are probably 7 that you could talk yourself into. So it is admittedly tough to narrow it down to 2. That's what I'm doing. If it is an all-you-can-dong buffet and not one of these two, I'm going to be upset. That's unfortunately the life. As for Michael Toglia, I realize I've been pronouncing his name incorrectly. Michael Toglia. He has the benefit of going up literally the biggest dong ball pitcher in the entire MLB in Roddery Munoz. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Munoz is literally the worst home run pitcher in all of baseball in the innings that he has pitched. Now, he hasn't pitched the entire season, but he's pitched 80 innings, so it's not nothing. And he's literally has the worst home run per 9 of all pitchers that have pitched at least 80 innings. He has a home run per 9 of 2.55. Nobody else is above 2. That's how bad he's been. He's even worse when he's facing left-handed hitters, which Toglia is a switch hitter, so he's going to be facing, he's going to be batting lefty, going up against a right-handed pitcher. And the home run per 9 for Roddery Munoz jumps up to 365 against left-handed hitters. No pitcher is above 2.23. It's remarkable how bad Roddery Munoz is at allowing home runs to left-handed hitters, or how good he is because he allows them so many, however you want to view that. And then as for Jesus Sanchez, he gets the beautiful lefty versus righty matchup. He is going up against Cal Quantrill of the Rockies. Now, Quantrill's no Munoz, but he's still a dong ball pitcher, still a bad pitcher overall. And he predominantly pitches sinkers, which Jesus Sanchez has crushed from righties on the year and recently. So very confident in both of these guys coming through for us. That's plays number 1 and 2 of the Dong Robin. Play number 3, I'm taking Elly De La Cruz to hit a home run. I get that everybody's probably sick of Elly at this point, but he keeps just smacking the ball recently, and he keeps having these beautifully juicy matchups. So I'm going to keep going with him, just betting and just kind of trusting the process. TTP for Elly De La Cruz. And the way he's been hitting the ball, he could be a double dong type of guy today. So if you wanted to take him for a double dong, put $5, put a limited sample, limited unit size on that bad boy, I would not blame you. De La Cruz is tied with Shohei Ohtani with 10 hard hit line drive plus fly balls over the past 7 days. Now, I'm going to start referring to that stat as a dong predictor because hard hit line drive plus fly ball is a mouthful. And that's exactly what that stat is telling you. It's a dong predictor. You want to know why? There are 2 things you need to do in order to hit a home run. You need to hit the ball hard, and you need to put the ball in the air. That's what's encapsulated by the hard hit line drive plus fly balls stat. It's a dong predictor. Elly, he's only hit 1 home run in the last week. That's not terrible. It's not amazing. But 10 dong predictors suggests that number should be higher, crushing the baseball. As for the pitching matchup going up against Mitch Spence of the Athletics, another dong ball pitcher, dong baller type of thrower. He has a home run of 1.71 in his last 10 starts, which is really, really bad. He's also a righty, and Elly De La Cruz hits righties significantly harder than lefties, and his pitch mix lines up perfectly with what Elly hits well. And this game is being played at Reds Stadium, which everybody knows is a hitter's park. It just hits every metric, everything that you look for a home run. So Mitch Spence throws a cutter over 50% of the time. Literally over half of his pitch mix are cutters. On the entire season, Elly has a 57% hard hit rate and a 326 ISO rate against cutters from right-handed pitching. Over the last 4 weeks, jumps up to a 72% hard hit rate. Ellie's going to hit at least 1 home run tonight. He could honestly hit 2 and double dong us, but we just need the 1. That's play number 3. Play number 3 of the Dong Robin. Play number 4, I am going with Francisco Lindor to hit a home run. Talk about a guy who's just been hitting a ton of Dong predictors. That would be Francisco Lindor. He's been on fire recently, and luckily for him, luckily for us, he's come through for us multiple times, so this probably is not going to be a hard sell like the Ellie De La Cruz one is. Lindor has 8 hard hit line drive plus fly balls, 8 Dong predictors over the past week, and he's got 3 home runs overall. So he has been a little bit more lucky with his home runs. But the 8 Dong predictors is the 4th most over the past 7 days. He's tied with a bunch of batters who have 8. There are a couple that have 9 and 10, and then Judge is well above everybody with 13. But 8 and above is pretty good over the last week. And he's got another incredible matchup. You kind of see the theme here. Who are the Dong predictors? Who have been hitting a bunch of Dong predictors? And who has great matchups? That's what we're going with today. He is going up against Eduardo Rodriguez of the Diamondbacks. Rodriguez was a really good pitcher last year. With the Diamondbacks this year, he has not been good in the limited starts that he's had. He came back. He missed, almost the entire season up to this point with an injury. Since he's come back, he has not been very good. He's allowed a 3.14 average and a 2.55 ISO rate to right-handed hitters in the at-bats he has seen against righties, which 2 really bad numbers. Lindor absolutely crushes his pitch mix as well, which consists of a 4-seam fastball 42.5% of the time, a changeup 31% of the time, and a cutter 20.5% of the time. You want to know what happened the last 4-seam fastball he saw from a lefty? Home run. You want to know what happened the last changeup he saw from a lefty? Home run. That makes up over 70% of the pitches that he will see from Rodriguez. And because Lindor is a switch hitter, he's good on both sides. So even if it's a bullpen, they decide to put a righty in against him. He's been hitting righties really well recently as well. Love Lindor tonight. That's our round robin, Dong Robin pick number 4. Number 5, I'm going with James Wood to hit a home run. So Wood is also in the same category as everybody else who has been crushing the ball recently. He's yet to come through for us on the Dong Report, but with the way he's been hitting and with the matchup he has today, I'm pretty confident that's going to change today. We're also getting pretty good odds on him to Dong one. The reason why is he's going up against Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole is traditionally not a pitcher you would want to target, but he really hasn't quite been himself. He missed the start of the season, like the first 2-3 months of the season with an injury. Since he's been back, he hasn't been the typical Garrett Cole that we know and love. Granted, he hasn't allowed a home run in 4 straight starts. So if you want to say he's figured some stuff out, he's back, that's fine. But before then, he was terrible. And even if you isolate the data to these last 4 starts, it's not like he's been actually that impressive. He's been allowing the batter to hit the ball hard with an average exit velocity of 89.6 miles per hour. He's allowing a decently high number of hard hits at 41.4%. And the launch angle at 14.4 degrees, it's not terrible. It's not going to be the worst in the MLB, but none of those numbers are even above average. They're all actually below average. And that's within the context that he has not allowed a home run in any of these 4 starts. So his numbers should look a lot better. And then as for James Wood, he's been amazing over the last month. He's been amazing the last 2 weeks. He's going to see a 4-seam fastball about 50% of the time. And if you look at the last month from righties, 4-seam fastballs, 75% hard hit rate, 41.7% ISO rate. He basically either walks or he crushes the baseball if you look at his game log against 4-seam fastballs. So if you wanted to take him to record a walk, that would not be the worst bet in the world. Part of our bad luck yesterday was everybody we took got walked. Literally everybody got walked. It was terrible. That's play number 5 of the Dong Robin. Play number 6, also probably not a hard sell, Alex Bregman to hit a home run. Another guy that has been mashing the baseball. He's got 8 Dong predictors over the last 7 days. And even though this is a righty versus righty matchup, Bregman's been annihilating right-handed pitching recently. 5 home runs with another 5 extra base hits against righties over the last 4 weeks. 11% barrel rate, 54% hard hit rate. He's going up against Aaron Nola of the Phillies. Nola is a pretty frustrating pitcher to root for as a Phillies fan because he does have good stuff, but he just randomly allows a ton of home runs. Like he's not been as bad as he was last year, but he's definitely a known Dong baller. And the pitches that he throws are pitches that Bregman has hit well recently. Now, the haters are back. They're going to say that he's 0 for 8 or 0 for 9 against Nola in his career. Bregman is. I don't really care about that. I'm just looking at the pitch mix and what the pitcher throws versus what the hitter hits well. It matches up. So the fact that he's 0 for 8 against him doesn't really scare me off. Now, Bregman hasn't seen a ton of knuckle curves from righties, which is Nola's most frequent pitch against righties. He's seen one over the last month. The one that he saw left the bat at 104 miles per hour. So it's not like he was scared off of it or anything like that. Then he's going to see sinkers and curveballs as the next two most frequent pitches. He hits both of those very hard. Love Alex Bregman. Lastly, our 8th and final pick, our 7th leg of the Dong Robin, is going to be Kerry Carpenter, or as Barry Carpenter, as my friend Slop loves to call him. Another hot batter in Kerry Carpenter going up against an awful pitcher. This time we're targeting Johnny Cueto. Now, if you're my age, you remember Johnny Cueto as being an elite, one of the best pitchers in the MLB. That was back in 2008. I was a junior in high school back then. Unfortunately for Cueto, he just can't let go. 16 years into his career, he's not quite the same pitcher. Last year, he pitched 52 innings for the Marlins, had a home run per 9 of 2.92. This year, he's only pitched 6 innings. In those 6 innings, he was taken yard by a lefty, which is what we're targeting tonight in Kerry Carpenter. Last year, his home run per 9 against lefties was 3.71. Even Roddery Munoz would look at those numbers and say, boy, that guy stinks. And then as for Kerry Carpenter, he hasn't hit quite as many Dong predictors as most of the list that we've talked about today. He's got 4 over the last 7 days. The good news is all 4 of them were against right-handed pitching. He hasn't seen a ton of it. The right-handed pitching that he has seen over the past week, he's crushed. The right-handed pitching that he's seen over the last 2 weeks, he's crushed. Now, it's only been 1 start for Cueto this year, but the data we have suggests that this should be a good matchup for Carpenter. He threw a sinker 42% of the time. Carpenter has hit sinkers hard on the year, and then recently, he's hit them hard on the year and recently. Next up, we'll see a changeup about 30% of the time. That makes up over 70% of the pitch mix. Crushed changeups as well. Love Kerry Carpenter. Hopefully he's Barry Carpenter tonight to hit a home run. And that is all we have. 1 straight bet in Shohei Ohtani. Then a 7-leg Dong Robin with Jesus Sanchez, Michael Toglia. I still think I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but whatever. Ellie De La Cruz, Francisco Lindor, James Wood, Alex Bregman, and Kerry Carpenter. 8 guys. Feels like we're going to get all 8 after how unlucky we've been over the last 5 days. Let's hope we just get a couple to give ourselves profit for the day. Hey, if Ohtani hits one, guaranteed to be green for the day. Anything after that is gravy. I want a lot more than that. But as for this video, that's all we got. Appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Dub Club, all that good stuff, and have a good one.